we're going to take a measurement of the temperature outside. As you can see in the greenhouse in the left corner right off the track, right there, I have my thermometer. So let's go over and see what it says. Between 20.8 and 20.9, that's also measuring wind chill. It's a very sensitive thermometer, so there's that. Now we're going to move that thermometer inside. Alright, we're now in the greenhouse. As you can see, I got my plants that we planted the other day under the domes, on the heat mats. They're plugged in, and they're being kept 10 to 20 degrees above the ambient air temperature in here. So we saw it was 20-something degrees outside, so now we're going to take the same thermometer and set it on the bench, at the bench height right here, to measure the air temperature inside the greenhouse. We know it's cold outside, and it's a little chilly in here. Let's see how warm or how cold it actually is. We're going to leave that set for just a minute or two there to get a good ambient air temperature, and then I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's check the temperature of this thermometer. It says 49.2 degrees, so it's staying considerably warmer inside than it is outside, seeing it's in the low 20s outside. Now we're going to take this same thermometer and we're going to test the ambient air temperature inside our domes and then also down inside the water. I'm going to give that about 5 minutes to register a proper temperature. Alright guys, it's been about 5 minutes. I'm going to reach in, grab the thermometer, and see what it says. 70.6 degrees. Alright, now we're going to take and stick it down inside the soil to get an accurate temperature down here where the water is. Now we're going to give that about 5 minutes so we can get a soil temperature. Okay guys, it's been about another 5 minutes. Let's see what the temperature is. I can read it right through the side of the globe here, or the dome here. It says it's 82 degrees. Let me pull it out and show you. Unfortunately, because it is such a sensitive thermometer, it falls rather fast. Also, as I was waiting to make this part of the video, I was looking at the other two greenhouse domes that I have here, and I have some exciting news. My peas have already germinated, and I have about 1 inch plant sticking out of them already, trying to go and root down into the peat plugs. That was the first one that we had actually gone and planted. They were all the same day, however, these are just coming along faster. Let me show you what we got over here. Okay, in this dome number 1 here, you can kind of see. I'll lift the dome up in just a minute. But the peas are the plants on this side, and you can see the little tails sticking out of them here as they've started to germinate. Let me just lift this dome quick. Look at that. Isn't that exciting? So up here in this pot, I have some chives. And as you can see, they're growing pretty quick in this pot. It's my finger. So I'm guessing it to be between 2 and 3 inches. That's a pretty good sized growth right there. Exciting, exciting. Spring is springing. Springing. Sprung. Sprunging. Whatever. So anyway, it appears now that spring has sprung, seeing as though my peas are starting to germinate and sprout out. My chives are starting to grow. They're already 2 to 3 inches tall, as you just saw. It's exciting. So in about another week and a half now, I'm going to start a couple more seed flats of other vegetables. Also cycling in, of course, some corn and some other stuff that I want to come ripe at different times. That's what I was referring to in the first video as cycling. I had one of my subscribers ask me what I meant by starting a cycle with the plants. What the cycle is when you're planting plants, generally most of the plants that you plant, like say you take corn for instance, most of that comes ripe in about a week from being overripe to just becoming ripe. The majority of your crop's going to be ripe in about a week. So what you want to do, if you're going to be eating the corn, like whole corn on the cob, then you don't want to have it all ripe at one time, because there's no way you can possibly eat that much corn, and it's going to spoil if you're not able to preserve it. So what I do is every 2 weeks I plant another planting of corn, which is usually around 6 weeks. I do that. I do it 2 weeks, which is the beginning of spring, and then another 2 weeks in, and then another 2 weeks in, and then another 2 weeks in. So I have 6 weeks apart worth of corn, all coming ripe at different times when it's time for harvest. Now, if you're going to be planting your corn and, say, freezing it or canning it, it's best to do it all at the same time. Plant it all in the ground so it's all planted at the same time, all comes ripe at the same time, and you can harvest it all at the same time. I will be having the last planting being a larger one, because I do intend to take corn, blanch it, and freeze it so that I have it for the winter time next winter. So you will see that I do a larger planting of certain vegetables at different times. So that's what I meant by I'm starting a cycle with these plants. Hey, I had a great time talking with you guys today. I hope to see you guys again soon in the next episode. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.